Uncle Harley and I are back for another BTS video. Uncle Harley, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling particularly great because we get to address the Army. And the Army is just a remarkable group of people who have really supported BTS. And the more I understand BTS, the more I really like them. So I can really appreciate the fandom.
With that said, some exciting news. Uncle Harley has actually decided that he's going to start his own channel. He's going to start his own YouTube channel, which is really exciting. So if you guys can do us a big favor, I'm going to leave the link to Uncle Harley's YouTube channel in my description below. If you guys can go ahead, subscribe to his channel. I know he would really appreciate it. I would really appreciate it. And we're really excited to share some really cool content with you. So go over there, subscribe, check out his latest video, and Uncle Harley's not going anywhere for now, which is exciting. So,
Maxwell, thank you so much,
sure, man,
for that introduction and for giving me this boost here. And so I'm looking forward to just jumping into this video and then moving ahead. So thanks, guys.
You're the man. They're going to love it. And looking forward to that for you. I'm excited for you. But today, guys, we're going to be checking out a BTS video that I've actually seen, but I'm looking forward to checking it out again, and I really want to show this video to Uncle Harley. Let's get right into it.
살면서 이런 거 다 그러니까 내가 진짜 살면서 이렇게 생겼어요? 나라를 구했나 보다. 남준이 연설까지 해야 돼. 난 전생에 뭘 했지? 가문의 영광이다야. 연가 한 번.
You know what I'm feeling right off the bat, Maxwell?
What's that?
Their nervous tension.
Ah!
These guys are looking like we've got something serious coming up here, and you can see on the looks on their faces, get a sense of anxiety there. Something is hanging over their heads. I just get that sense.
Yeah. I think that's a good observation, yeah.
저희가 맨날 보아하고 이야기하고 하는 건 사실 생활 바꾸는데 그렇게 큰 도움이 되는 저희만 한다는 건 그게 도움이 안 된다고 생각을 하는데 특히나 저희를 좋아해주고 저를 지지해주는 분들이 그런 식으로 진행을 한다는 건 굉장히 대단한 일이라고 생각이 들죠. 참 그런.
That's Sugar, by the way. Deeply.
Sugar.
Oh yeah, I even forgot I was wearing the shirt, rocking my Yoongi shirt. Deeply introspective guy. We touched on that in one of our last videos.
Yeah.
You know, the thing with him that stands out with me, one of the things, he's always like making reference to the size and the scope of the experience that they're in. Like the size of this event isn't getting lost on us. And I think that's part of what helps keep these guys grounded is their ability to recognize the situation that they're in.
Excellent point. That's the sort of the feeling that they're putting out there. They're not taking this for granted. And as you said, they can feel the magnitude of the responsibility that they're taking on here. And they're kind of questioning, are we up for this almost, you know?
Exactly.
그 아이돌 팬이라 된 이유로 막 대회를 좀 많이 이제 기하더라고요. 정말 대단한 사람들이거든요. 그래서 이게 누군가를 좋아한다는 이유만으로 그렇게 할 수 있는 게 아니에요, 사실.
모여서 저희 7명을 대변인으로서 유엔 총회까지 세워주신 거예요. 그러니까 그 사람들 대신해서 말하는 분이실의 참여와 기부가 이런 정도의 변화를 만들어낸다.
You know, I forgot what I was going to say.
No, I got you.
I had
he was saying that people don't appreciate what they go through. They get belittled for just being fans
Okay, there we go.
idols.
That's where I was going to go. I think that he's feeling like the fans, don't get enough credit for being fans, and that they're kind of just thrown to the side because they're just fans of some idols. But he's saying that these aren't just people out there. These are people that matter to me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk on behalf of them.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like an extension
of Army.
Yeah,
he's representing he's
right.
their voice.
Right. It's not just me and the group, it's us all together.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very cool. So we're only speaking on their behalf. Okay.
And he's saying, we need to connect to the speech because we got to make this heartfelt. And, we have to take this speech seriously so everyone else does as well.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary General, UNICEF Executive Director, all the distinguished guests from across the world. It's an incredible honor to be invited to an occasion with such significance for today's young generation.
I think it's the first time you've heard him speak English, right?
It is.
Yeah, not his first language, obviously. I think it might even be his third language. So again, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
But
and he's trying to memorize it too.
yeah.
Generation.
보고 있는 거 아니에요?
보고 있는 건데.
You see, again, I just want to point out, continuous practice will make this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this just speaks to how driven these guys are
Yeah.
to do well and,
Yeah.
and to take their responsibilities very seriously and perform at their very best, whether it's giving a speech or
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
on-stage song and dance performance.
Yeah, exactly.
So, practice, man. He's saying,
That's it.
got to do it.
Yeah, and it's these principles that will make you successful in anything you do.
That's
Like
right.
this is something you commented on another video. It's like if BTS wasn't doing BTS stuff, they'd be successful
In whatever.
whatever it is they
Yeah.
chose to do because
Yeah.
of their approach to work and
their ethics
And their
and
ethics
the
and
sense of
everything else.
responsibility.
Yeah.
Lots going on with these guys. Yeah.
그냥 보고 읽을 수 있지.
there's Jungkook, the youngest.
감사 인사하고 엄마
뭔가 되게 시험지 보는 듯한.
Looking at a test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that true love first begins with loving myself. Partnering with UNICEF's violence program. Protect children and young people all over the world from violence. Our fans have become a major part of this campaign with their action and their enthusiasm. We truly have the best fans in the world.
That was Jimin massaging RM, putting his
RM.
hands on his shoulders,
Yeah. Kind of soothe them a little bit.
soothe him a
Yeah.
little. He's always sort of played a big support role. It's just a supportive figure. He's a really supportive person.
Important group member for sure.
For sure. RM's getting ready for some big stuff coming up.
Yeah. I clearly they're the ones giving the speech, but
Yeah.
you could just feel coming right off the screen their nervousness about it, and because you can imagine yourself in that situation,
Oh, for
so
sure.
it's easy. It's easy to identify with their nerves. And didn't RM have a stuffed doll in his lap? Did you notice that a little?
Did I? Oh shit! I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
if I caught that. Maybe doing some soothing
Maybe.
there. Yeah.
Maybe.
But you
Yeah.
saying like the nervousness kind of jumps off the screen to you.
Right.
We can almost like empathize through the screen with them. You know, we can sort of
Right.
understand or feel the emotions they're going through. I think a lot of people, an army can tell you they feel for BTS, and
Right.
these are people who I really truly care for. I truly care for their success. I truly care for their well-being, and it's moments like these that help contribute toward that. Or like,
And that just adds the pressure on because they're not doing it just for themselves, and
Right.
they're not just doing it for their fans, but they're also doing it too for the cause that they're trying to support.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
yeah,
Yeah. Stuffed animal.
good call. Good call.
Secretary?
Secretary General 사무총장.
쩐다. Thank you, Mr. General UNICEF.
Jungkook providing some lightness in a time where it feels like it's needed right now for RM. And Jungkook is a guy I always feel like really looked up to RM and admires him and appreciates him. And I think actually it was Army who told me this, that RM was the reason Jungkook wanted to join BTS.
Really?
Yeah. Continuous.
Let's go. Let's go.
CP24, that's a Canadian news station right there. I caught that in the back. Okay, so they're
This
probably...
must be their stopover because they're going to New York. Oh, you could just see the seriousness there. No joking around. They're all letting RM do his thing and preparing, and you can just see they're respecting each other's space in preparation for this.
He looks exhausted.
They do.
Exhausted. There's V.
God, he looks different every time I see him. I would never recognize him.
It's
from
true,
the last
right? It's
video.
true.
My goodness. I guess we're talking private jet here.
Yep.
Yep. Can't do that on a regular airplane.
No.
나의 편이었어.
아 정국이 아 형이랑 같이 맨날 나쁜 거 걸리더니 좋은 거 걸린 기분이 어때?
하늘은 나의 편이었다.
Just constant work going on. There's the nervousness and there's all this preparing and hard work and there's so much pressure on them. And if they didn't have each other and they didn't have this closeness, it would just make it so much more difficult.
Absolutely,
you know?
absolutely.
So.
I think just the presence makes them feel more secure that they're not going through it alone. The anxiety is spread throughout the group. We're all sharing it together. We all feel it. And that just builds the camaraderie and helps also to cope with that anxiety because they know it's not one
the only
person
one going through this. Yeah, I know I felt this before. Like when I was younger, I was so complex. No one could ever understand me. You know what I mean? Like having those thoughts. But there's people out there who definitely do understand what you're going through and can relate to you. But that feeling of isolation and feeling like you're alone and no one understands you and no one gets it is difficult. So it's certainly beneficial for these guys that they have that.
Right.
Like you said.
Right.
기운만 줘야겠다. 기운만. 뒤에 서가지고. 아 근데 진짜 방탄하면서 많은 걸 해보네요 정말. 살면서 못 해볼 것들을 다 해본다. 아 비행기 보면 헤매야겠어.
Oh man, he's nervous. He's nervous.
Sugar? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a cool little piece from Jim in there as well. Again, just sort of being self-reflective and it's just so cool. I never thought I'd be able to be doing things like this in my life and just they're constantly in a state of like reflection and gratitude.
And gratitude, because he's saying, look what BTS has given me.
Yes.
You know, I have this stage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Gratitude's such a big theme.
Big time, yeah.
RM, I was going to say, every second he gets, he's looking at his notes, he's practicing, right? He's just determined to get this down.
And that builds respect too amongst the group. They say, hey, this guy he's no joke.
Yeah.
You know, we're all in this together, but he's taking the lead and, you know, he's not falling back here. He's moving forward. And that generates a lot of respect amongst the group members. Got to look up to a guy like that.
For sure.
Yeah.
An impressive guy.
걱정은 뭐 없고 그냥
There's not a lot I'm worried about.
야 이제 이건데 이제 욕심이야 욕심.
Would you say he looks like he's about to fall asleep?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I think he'd like to.
For sure.
Yeah. You can't believe this is about to happen. Yeah. To get to the point where they've been asked to stand in front of the UN, I think that it's helping them put in perspective where they are in their status in this world.
Sure.
But I think they're also trying to just process it and say, this is like, wow, you know, I don't want to screw this up. I want to do really good.
Exactly.
And the nerves are there. This is just a whole new realm for them. You know, it's not like they're just going for the ride. This could easily be happen. You know, their manager says, okay, jump on this plane, do a speech, and then tomorrow you're going to go and do a performance in Hong Kong.
No, they're taking every opportunity with the utmost respect
personally,
and seriousness. And
I think this Ariana said this, that I want the people in the audience to learn to love themselves. I mean, that was just a component of it. He's taking this beyond a fundraiser.
Oh yeah.
Right? This is like I want to make people's lives better.
Oh yeah.
So as they move from higher to higher status, you know, they take their responsibilities even more seriously.
That's it. We know the impact that we can make. We know the responsibility that lies on us. Like,
that's vision, man. That's vision. Like you know,
exactly.
They can see what difference this is going to make.
Exactly.
And they want to be part of that difference.
Yes.
Beautiful.
There he goes.
My name is Kim Namjoon. I'm with BTS. Truly have the best friends in the world. I like to begin by talking about myself. 늘 그랬듯이 잘 하고 올 테니까 너무 걱정 마십시오.
Did you hear the first line that he said? We're grateful
Remind
for
me. Yeah,
the fans.
we're
He
great
said
for
the
the
very
fans,
first
yeah.
line in his speech
it's
to
all
the
about
UN.
gratitude.
Yeah, thank you to our fans. I'm impressed. This guy is, I don't know. Wonderful. I love this guy.
Talk to me, yeah.
I'd want to be his friend for sure.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the first guy out of all of them that really impressed me and stood out. And
Right.
Yeah.
And look how he's holding up here, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he's practicing, he's smiling. He's obviously nervous as all get out,
Yeah.
but he doesn't lose his composure.
No.
Not once. He's not saying, I can't do this, I got to get away from this. It's like, it is like
for sure.
nose to the grindstone, straightforward,
Yeah.
and a big smile.
Yeah, and you know what else I love really quickly? What I loved, I wanted to point out, was all the guys, when they were showing all the guys, they all empathized and acknowledged RM and what he was going through. Right. How cool is that? Mm-hmm. You know, just from a psychological perspective, from a communication perspective, what that does for RM, whether it's conscious or not, he's feeling that support. Right. Speaks to their group cohesiveness and their bond and everything like that we've talked about.
And I also think just incredible respect I have for him, because I'm getting a feeling, like when they talk about how nervous he must be, like I'm also getting a feeling like they're thinking, holy shit, like look what he's doing. You know, look what he's doing. Like just a wow factor in terms of
like he's the man. Like they're impressed by him. They're like admiring him right now. Almost.
Very much, yeah. Because he's not showing any weakness at all. He's saying, I'm going to take this by the horns and I'm going to do good.
Yeah, man. There they are, the boys looking sharp.
It's the mini hearts, yeah. It's their new symbol.
Cool.
1B.
더럽네. 야 신기하네요. 잠깐만 내 얼굴 하는 게 어우 나 지금.
Is this J-Hope?
Yeah.
All right. He looks like the most in awe of what's going on.
Oh, really?
I think, because he seems to have like wide open eyes and a wide open mouth, and it's like, wow, look what's happening here. I mean, he seems like the most like overwhelmed by it and trying to make sense of it.
Right. Like this is crazy.
Right.
It's important.
근데 이걸 네가 해야 되는 거 아니야? 전 세계 리더들에게 어떤 이야기를 들려줄 거야?
남자. 상관없지. 우리가 이야기를 들려준다는 거야. 내가 들려주는 게 아니라.
Yep. He's saying we're sharing the story. It's not all about me.
We're doing this together.
So he makes everyone feel like it's that they're part of this. Great leader.
정말 너무 먼 곳이라고 생각했던 곳에 수장님들이 오셔가지고 막 말을 거셔가지고 그게 정말 사실이었어요. 여긴 어디 나는 누구.
내가 찍었거든. 혜진 벌써 까먹었어. 어느 정도 다 외운 거야? 거의. 아 진짜 대단하다.
뭘 외워? 어떡하지?
다 외우지는 못했고요. 저는 나이가 한.
We're really getting a behind the scenes glimpse here, which is really like this is like a real interaction going on.
This is as real as it gets in their lives.
They're capturing
like
them in real time here.
Yeah, this is a critical moment in their lives.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no setup behind this. So
exactly.
we're seeing who these people are.
Yeah.
그게 정말 사실이었어요. 여긴 어디 나는 누구.
내가 찍었거든.
He's saying I'm just overwhelmed. I don't even know what this is all about. Yeah.
Honest, you know.
매번 어딜 가나 느끼는 마음이지만 항상 이런 새로운 곳에 오면 평소에 뭐 느끼던 감정하고 항상 다른 것 같아요. 뭐라고 말로 표현은 할 수 없지만 뭐 되게 두근거리기도 하고 막상 오니까 더 실감이 나고 그런 것 같아요. 되게 뭔가 정말 TV 세상이 갑자기 이렇게 나온 것 같은 느낌? 그런 느낌이 되게 많이 드는 것 같아요.
Cool, like Jimin's able to kind of just express his vulnerability in that moment. There's just a real honesty component here.
The positive vibe, the positive emotion that comes off, like when Jimin, that you referred, I mean, he's saying every time I go to a new place, he's basically saying I get excited. And so this isn't routine. I don't take it for granted. This is just really cool. I mean, that's good, because these guys could easily have their emotions dulled, Matt.
For sure.
I mean, they just go through, hundreds of thousands of people night in and night out saying, you're the best. You get desensitized, right. But that hasn't been lost on them. Like every new experience matters. Anybody who listens to any of these videos, I think they can learn something from these guys, just in terms of their outlook on life, their approach to life. And these guys are awesome role models. again.
I know, right?
Just top of the line
I
role
know.
models. And that's,
Yeah.
they wouldn't be invited to the UN
If
otherwise.
they weren't.
Yeah.
It's true. It's a big deal, and they deserve it.
They do.
Here we go.
Oh, the nerves they must be feeling.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary General, UNICEF Executive Director, and all the excellencies and distinguished guests from our council are the executive.
They're all up there behind him.
Why such occasion is such significance for today's young generation. Last November, BTS launched the No Consent campaign for UNICEF, building on our belief that true love first begins with loving yourself. We truly have the best mentality.
Speaking with a lot of composure. And he's making sure to pause and let that message sink in.
Right. He's pacing himself, and you don't see any real serious nerves. And I like the fact that he's casually looking down to his notes, then looking up. I mean, he's not feeling like, oh, I'm putting pressure on myself to get every word right, and I got to memorize this.
Definitely, and it's cool seeing the guys kind of look on, and you can almost feel from some of them the admiration and respect. And what were you going to say?
I was going to say just what you were saying.
Yeah. Oh, really?
In the back. Yeah.
I'm an idol and I'm an artist from a small town in Korea.
Okay. Humble beginnings.
Yes.
And I'm an artist from a small town in Korea. Like most people, I've made many and plenty mistakes in my life. I have many faults, and I have many more fears, but I'm going to embrace myself as hard as I can. And I'm starting to love myself gradually, just little by little. What is your name? Speak yourself.
That was part of his speech. It's actually a little longer than that. They did a little cutting.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, you could feel the passion from him. I could feel like this is a message that I want you to hear.
The passion comes through his genuine emotion.
Yes.
For the cause and for what he's trying to tell people. His bottom line message is to love yourself, but it's not like some kind of like sign he's holding up and here, this is easy, just go to the store and love yourself. I mean, he's saying, look, I have my faults, I have problems, but I've had to gradually, over time, little by little, learn to love myself. Like for somebody who has low self-esteem or has doubts about themselves in some ways, to hear someone like that, who's like presumably on top of the world, say, look, I had to work at becoming the person that I am. I mean, gives hope to millions of people who are feeling somewhat insecure or unhappy with themselves. Talk about humanizing himself and saying, look, I'm just like everybody else,
That's what it is, right? And that's what's so special about them and why we feel so connected to them. They're just constantly humanizing themselves to us. And and that's why I think so many people relate to them so deeply.
That's a big reason, no doubt.
Many more fears, but I'm going to embrace myself as hard as I can. And I'm starting to love myself gradually, just little by little. What is your name? Speak yourself. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he said, be yourself.
Be yourself. Speak your truth.
Speak your truth. Yeah. Be your authentic self.
Exactly. That's the message here. That's the overall message. Learn to love yourself.
And be who you are, faults and all.
And is there really a more important message in the world? Like that's got to be one of the most important messages in the world. They tackle these big subjects, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the ultimate goals in any kind of like a healing situation, let's say a psychologist and their patient or client, is to ultimately get them to feel comfortable within themselves. Whatever issues they may be dealing with, ultimately it has to come back with just feeling good about who you are.
Right.
These guys throw that message out, they live it. And you can identify with them easily. Gee, how many times can I say I'm impressed? I don't know. These guys deserve where they're at. They work really hard, as individuals. You couldn't withstand the kind of demands this kind of life would bring unless you were solid as a person.
Totally.
You know what I thought was interesting too, Matt? That his speech, at least from what they've shown so far, seems to be self-written. you know, because this is not perfect English.
Right.
Which means that what he's putting forth is coming from his heart and his own brain.
Yeah.
Nobody wrote a speech for him to follow and to enact.
I love that.
Yeah,
no, that's a good point.
It just made it more
That's a good point.
genuine.
And just that little thing that he said, I think, exemplified that, where he said, "Speak yourself."
Speak
Whereas
yourself,
if like
yeah.
he passed this speech over to like an English translator, they might say, "Oh, you might want to say love yourself or
Yeah.
speak your truth."
And speak yourself. I love the
Yeah,
term. Almost,
yeah. No,
it's
me
almost
too.
better than
It is all-
be your truth or speak your truth. Like,
But you can tell, like you said, these
Yeah.
are his unique thoughts. This is coming
Yeah.
from his brain, which makes it all that more
yeah,
powerful.
Yeah. Oh, he must be
Relieved.
yeah.
Relieved.
Okay. Yeah.
Total relief.
Yeah. Getting some pats on the back as the boys walk by.
So we have heard from the Secretary General and our speakers about the Generation Unlimited.
I hope they have a lot of soju and
to celebrate.
bulgogi, samgyeopsal,
You know
all the
that's
good
gonna
Korean
happen.
barbecue tonight. You know.
Yeah, whip off those ties and let's get eating.
Yeah.
네, 내가 진짜 거기를 갔다 온 건지
아침 7시부터 준비해서
네.
유엔 본부로 갔는데 저는 이제 한숨 못 잤습니다.
아,
근데 딱 가는 순간 잠이 확 깨더라고요. 딱
맞아요.
들어가니까.
와.
저는 개인적으로 오늘이 저희가 이제 Run Myself 캠페인을 할 때 여기 와서 이런 얘기들도 막 듣고 하니까 되게 좀 색다르고
그죠.
또 확 이렇게 다가오긴 했던 것 같아요.
되게 뉴스 보는 기분이야.
근데 오늘
되게 뭐야?
남준 형이 진짜 잘했어요.
There we go. Let's give your boy some love here.
Exactly. You know what I was thinking too? It's like I feel like Namjoon is the type of guy as well, and he feels a lot of pride. There's a real, just rewarding feeling in overcoming a big challenge like that, and it gives you a real sense of pride. Like, I'm proud of myself, man. I did it. And that builds character and confidence, like real confidence.
Sure. And so, yeah, each successful experience is just a building block
Yeah.
to make yourself more confident.
Yeah.
But this is just a massive building block.
Yes, yes, exactly. Look at Jimin. You notice Jimin kind of admiring his leader, supporting him.
He's the one that's closest to him, isn't he? Like, he's his biggest supporter.
I think I think most noticeably Jimin and Jungkook seem to provide RM with the most support that I've
Right,
seen. But
right.
And J-Hope too, actually. J-Hope can really take on a real sort of stern, focused, organizational sort of energy and role. Like, here's what we need to do. Like, he's on top of his shit. I think he really supports RM in that way. But emotionally, it feels like Jungkook and Jimin.
Right.
You know?
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But I'm sure Jin, V, and Suga too, they're all super close.
Right. Some people are just going to be more outwardly in their
Exactly.
demonstration of support.
있으니까 약간 좀 힘이 생기더라고요.
근데 왜 우리가 나오기 전에 시작했냐?
Suga giving him shit.
I actually noticed
Yeah.
that. The boys were all walking to the stage and
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
beginning his speech.
Yeah.
So he kind of like, I think he was probably a little nervous and he wanted to get it going.
that was Suga calling him out. I
Oh,
like
was it?
that.
Yeah.
나 그게 좀 당황했어. 맞아.
나 나오는데 갑자기
알아듣는 거 일산
버닝 일산.
레이크
My name is 남준 Kim.
긴장해서 그렇습니다. 미스터
근데 뒤에 있는데
많이 떨더라고 이렇게.
거의 제일 기억에 남는
영상 보니까
진짜로
영상 보니까 되게 잘생긴. 포스가 되게 장난 아니야. 약간 젊은
They're proud of him.
They sure are.
맞아. 그럼 실제로 보고 싶죠? 발표를 되게 잘했어. 어렸을 때 웅변 학원에
나 보고 있는데.
이게
The speech
Being really
again.
being sarcastic.
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah. Jin's funny like that, man.
That's a good line.
That
yeah.
is a good line.
그 잘 할 수 있었고 솔직히 뭐 그냥 이제 말을 제가 했다 뿐이지 이제 정말 BTS라는 이제 자격으로서 여기 온 거기 때문에 너무 잊지 못할 경험이었어요.
경선까지.
경성까지 더해서
근데 완벽했다.
근데 완벽했다.
They're making fun of him because he was saying, "Hey, no problem. You know, I'm good.
I'm good at talking.
Yeah, I'm good at talking."
Yeah. Oh, he's so humble too.
yeah,
Oh, he's
yeah.
dangerous. He's perfect.
Yeah.
It's fun how they can. You'll see more of that. The more BTS you watch, the more they kind of poke fun at each other, and That's a big part of the appeal too.
But they don't offend each other.
No.
You can see they take it very lightheartedly.
It's all in good fun.
Yeah, I think RM, I just get a sense he's still sort of coming down from that experience. He just looks like a little like, where have I been? What have I done? He did go through a difficult experience there.
Yeah.
You know, he did well, but it was very intense for him. But he lives what he preaches, because he could have walked away from that speech and said, oh man, I blew this part, or I should have done this. There were no self-doubts. In fact, just the reverse. You know, I spoke well. I did well. And as you're noting, just non-verbally, he's showing that kind of pride and self-satisfaction that comes with doing a job well done. So you're right.
이 위험한 남자야.
What a dangerous man.
아미와 방탄을 대표해서.
근데 너무 정말 잊지 못할 좋은 경험이었고,
진짜로
진짜 못 잊을 것 같아요. 거기서 얘기하시던 특히 젊은 그 친구들의 얘기가
진짜 젊은 친구들이 연설하는 거 보고 진짜 깜짝 놀랐어요.
특히 그 저희 김용 세계은행 총재님 굉장히 또 그리고 김정수 여사님 뵙고.
여기 젊은 친구도 장난 아니었어요.
네, 정말.
They're giving him his flowers, and RM's like not even really taking it in, right? Like the self-satisfaction feeling it's almost enough for him, you know?
Yeah.
It's a sign of confidence too.
It is. And he knows that he did something important. And I think that's part of the self-satisfaction.
Jimin, I love how vocal he is in particular. Just like really makes it a point to let RM know, like, you killed it, man. Comes out, his body language is like, let's give props to RM, like, and let him know that he sees him. I'm with you.
Right.
약간 맥락상 알아듣지 않겠어? 내가 평소에 하던 얘기들.
전에 해석본을 많이 써가지고.
그리고 저희가 저번에 했던 얘기들 되게 많이.
진짜 근데
대강 알겠었지.
형의 말을 알아듣는.
근데 되게 조금.
You caught that? I worked hard to pretend well.
형의 말을
아무튼 정말 아미 여러분 덕분에 제 이렇게 특별한 경험도 해보고 저희만 이렇게 좋은 경험을 사실 해도 되는 건지 모르겠지만 아무튼 꼭 저희의 이제 진심이 오늘 이렇게 잘 와닿았으면 좋겠네요. 정말 고맙습니다. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Love myself. Love myself.
End violence. I love you, Ami.
Man,
How cool was that?
extremely cool.
Yeah.
Extremely cool. And once again, they end off with, thank you, Army. You're the ones that got us here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm happy you saw like it kind of end on a little bit of a lighter note,
Right,
You know,
right.
to kind of get a glimpse into their banter.
Oh, for sure. And this was just part of their come down after this very intense
experience.
anxiety. But the cool thing is each one of those guys just brings their own unique skill set personally. I'm not talking about music-wise, but they just work together as a group.
Yeah. So final thoughts?
Oh, we're doing final thoughts?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I cannot express how impressed I am with the character of each individual member of BTS. Their whole purpose seems to be to grow as individuals, get better as human beings, to be considerate of others, and to express the love they have for the people around them. And they're essentially just telling the world, we want to see our fans just get better and be happier. And together, we can create something really, really special and unique. But with these guys, they take it to another level in terms of social awareness. These guys are saying, okay, there's a world beyond us that really matters, and there's a world beyond us that we can appreciate and do something about and help. So I think that just puts them in another dimension. You know, I mean, that's why I just have so much respect for them, because not only are they role models and good people, solid characters, but they've reached a point in their lives where they say, okay, we're good, but now let's make other people good. I recognize there's other people that we could touch.
Really well said. Props to them.
Props to them.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to watch our uncut reaction and analysis, all you need to do is click on the Patreon link below. Also, don't forget, subscribe to Uncle Harley's channel for more content. We're really excited about that as well. Other than that, guys, we'll catch you soon. Peace.